Most mornings start the same way. You wake up, reach for that first cup of coffee, maybe glance at the news, or mentally map out your day's projects. It's familiar, comforting, and part of your rhythm. But there's something else, something rarely talked about, that deserves a place in your morning routine. And no, it's not another productivity hack or wellness trend. It's about a part of your health that quietly shapes your comfort, confidence, and energy more than you might realize: your vaginal health. For many of us, this wasn't an open topic when we were growing up. It was private, tucked away, not discussed even among friends. But just like you've learned to adapt in business, embrace new tools, and rethink old habits, it's time to bring that same openness to your own body. The truth is, after 60, a few simple morning actions can make the difference between feeling fine and feeling vibrant. In the next few minutes, I'll share 7 powerful, easy-to-do habits that can protect your vaginal health every single day. They take only moments, cost nothing, and might just give you the confidence boost you didn't know you were missing. If you like this video, please leave a 1 in the comment section. If you don't like it, please type a 0. I'd love to hear your thoughts. 1. Morning inspection. Look before you go. You know how, in business or any creative work, catching a small problem early can save you from a major crisis later? The same principle applies to your health, especially when it comes to one of the most overlooked areas of a woman's body: the vulva. The moment you wake up and head to the bathroom, take a few seconds, before anything else, to simply look. No judgment. No embarrassment. Just the same kind of attention you'd give to checking your skin for a mole, or scanning a spreadsheet for an unexpected number. This is your morning inspection, and it's one of the simplest, most effective habits you can develop after 60. Why is it so important? Because changes in this area often start quietly. Redness, a small bump, a patch of skin that looks slightly different, or unusual discharge. These can be early indicators of infection, skin conditions, or even more serious issues, such as cancer. They're often visible long before you feel any pain or discomfort. I remember a patient in her late 60s who noticed a tiny white patch that wouldn't go away. She almost ignored it. Life was busy, and she felt fine otherwise. But she mentioned it during her next checkup, and that small detail led to catching a potentially dangerous condition at a stage where it was easy to treat. That's the power of paying attention. This habit takes less than 10 seconds. Yet those seconds build a mental library of what's normal for your body. And once you know that baseline, you'll recognize changes immediately, just as you'd spot a sudden dip in sales or an odd color in a painting you've worked on for years. Think of it as preventive maintenance, not fear. The same way you wouldn't ignore a strange noise in your car before a long drive, you shouldn't overlook subtle shifts in your body's signals. So tomorrow morning, before your mind dives into emails, deadlines, or the day's to-do list, pause for a moment. Check in with yourself. Those few seconds could be the most valuable investment you make all day, in your comfort, your confidence, and your future health. 2. Hydrate first, urinate second. Most of us wake up with the same instinct: head straight to the bathroom. It's automatic, like checking your phone first thing in the morning. But here's a small shift that can make a surprisingly big difference for your comfort and pelvic health. Drink a glass of water before you go. Think of your body like a company running on limited resources overnight. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, you're naturally dehydrated. Your blood is thicker, circulation is slower, and every system is running on low fuel mode. Your kidneys and pelvic tissues are no exception. By taking in water before your first trip to the bathroom, you're giving your body the startup capital it needs to run efficiently for the day. That first glass of water does more than quench your thirst. It wakes up your circulation, sends fresh blood to your pelvic area, and helps your vaginal tissues stay hydrated. It also helps flush bacteria from your urinary tract more effectively, reducing the risk of irritation or infection. I've seen patients add this one habit and notice changes within weeks. Fewer urgent bathroom trips, less dryness, and a general sense of feeling more balanced down there. One woman in her early 70s told me she felt like her bladder had more patience once she started her mornings this way. The easiest way to make it happen? Keep a glass of room temperature water on your nightstand. That way, you don't even have to think about it. Before your feet touch the floor, you're already setting the tone for the day. It's a small action with a ripple effect. Much like sending a thoughtful email to a client first thing in the morning can set the stage for a positive business relationship, this simple act of hydration sets your body up for better function, comfort, and health throughout the day. So tomorrow, try it. Don't rush straight to the bathroom. Give your body that first, gentle boost of water. You might be surprised how something so simple can make such a noticeable difference, not just for your pelvic health, but for your overall sense of energy and readiness as you take on the day ahead. 3. Pelvic floor awakening, 3 to 60 seconds. If you've ever tried to jump straight into a big project without warming up your mind, you know it rarely goes smoothly. The same is true for your body, especially for one group of muscles that quietly holds everything together: your pelvic floor. These muscles do more than you might realize. They support your bladder and other organs, help you stay in control when you laugh or sneeze, and keep your core feeling stable. But after a full night's sleep, circulation to this area slows down. The muscles can feel stiff, weak, or just asleep. That's where a quick pelvic floor awakening comes in. Just 3 to 60 seconds of gentle movement to start your day right. Here's how it works. Before you even leave your bedroom, sit on the edge of your bed. Take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, gently tilt your pelvis forward, then back a few times. No straining, no forcing, just an easy rocking motion. Then, add a few light Kegel contractions. Squeeze your pelvic muscles for about 2 seconds, then release. Repeat this 5 to 10 times, focusing on control and relaxation. That's it. Less than a minute, and you've already boosted blood flow, woken up those muscles, and given yourself a head start on bladder control and pelvic stability for the rest of the day. I've had women in their 60s and 70s tell me this tiny habit made them feel more confident when walking, climbing stairs, or even giving a presentation. It's like priming an engine before a drive. You wouldn't slam your car into gear without warming it up, so why do that to your body? The beauty of this ritual is that it's discreet. You don't need a yoga mat, fancy equipment, or a gym membership. Just a willingness to take 60 seconds for yourself before the world starts making demands on your time. So tomorrow morning, before you check emails, before you tackle your to-do list, wake up your pelvic floor. Think of it as your personal power switch. A simple, intentional move that sets the tone for how strong, stable, and supported you'll feel all day long. 4. Check your morning sensation. If you've been in business or worked on creative projects, you know the importance of tuning into the subtle details, those quiet signals that tell you something's off before it becomes a full-blown problem. Your body works the same way, and one of the clearest health signals comes from an area we rarely talk about: your morning sensation in the vaginal region. This isn't about overanalyzing or keeping a medical log. It's about pausing, even for just a few seconds, to ask yourself, how does it feel this morning? Is there dryness, irritation, a sense of heaviness or pressure? Or does everything feel balanced, comfortable, and normal for you? Your body communicates through these subtle changes. When things feel healthy, it's often a sign that your hormones, nerves, and circulation are in sync. But if you notice persistent dryness, discomfort, or an unusual sensation over time, it could be an early indicator of issues like vaginal atrophy, hormone imbalance, or pelvic floor dysfunction. I once worked with a woman in her early 70s, let's call her Rose, who had been quietly tolerating increasing dryness for months. She assumed it was just part of getting older. But when we looked closer, we found her tissues were thinning, and her bladder health was starting to suffer. Because she brought it up early, we were able to address it before it became a more complex condition. The key here is awareness. Just as a sharp-eyed entrepreneur spots a small shift in market trends, or an artist notices when a single brushstroke changes the mood of a painting, you can catch small health changes before they escalate. And the best part? This habit takes no extra time, no special tools, and no money. You simply check in with yourself, mentally, physically, and with a sense of respect for your well-being. Tomorrow morning, before the rush of emails, meetings, or daily errands, take those few moments to listen to your body. Those quiet, honest sensations might just be the early warning system that keeps you feeling comfortable, confident, and fully in control of your health for years to come. 5. Clean, but not too much. In business, overcorrecting can sometimes do more harm than good. You might have seen it before. Someone tweaks a product so many times that they strip away the very qualities that made it successful. The same principle applies to caring for your most intimate areas. Sometimes, doing too much works against you. If this story has been helpful to you, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Every word from you is the motivation for us to keep bringing more valuable content. For many women, the instinct is to stay extra clean. Daily showers turn into multiple wash sessions, and the shelves in the bathroom become stocked with scented soaps, wipes, sprays, and douches. It feels like you're going above and beyond, but in reality, you may be upsetting your body's natural balance. Here's the truth: your vaginal area is self-cleaning. It's designed with a delicate ecosystem of good bacteria and a natural pH that protects against infections. When you wash too aggressively or use harsh, fragranced products, you can strip away that protective barrier, leaving the skin dry, irritated, and more vulnerable to yeast infections or bacterial imbalance. I remember a client, let's call her Linda, who was in her late 60s and extremely health conscious. She used multiple feminine hygiene products every day because she thought it was the best way to stay fresh. But she began noticing burning sensations and recurring infections. After switching to a gentle, fragrance-free wash and limiting cleansing to once a day externally, her symptoms faded in just a few weeks. The best approach: keep it simple. Use lukewarm water or a mild, unscented cleanser designed for sensitive skin. Wash the external vulva only. There's no need for internal cleaning. Pat dry with a soft towel, and skip anything that promises to deodorize or freshen up. Your body already knows how to take care of itself. Your job is to support, not interfere. Think of it like maintaining a classic car. You wouldn't scrub the paint down with industrial cleaner every day. You'd use the right products in the right amount to keep it in top shape for the long haul. So tomorrow, when you step into your morning routine, remember, clean is good, but balance is better. Protect your body's natural defenses, and you'll not only feel fresher, you'll also stay healthier, more comfortable, and more confident in your skin. 6. Vagina-friendly breakfast. If you've ever run a business, you know the first decision of the day can set the tone for everything that follows. In health, breakfast plays that same role. It's your opening act, your foundation. And when it comes to feminine wellness after 60, the right breakfast can quietly, but powerfully, support your hormone balance and the good bacteria that keep your vaginal ecosystem healthy. Too often, we think of breakfast as just something to fill the stomach. A cup of coffee, a slice of toast, maybe a sugary muffin on the go. But the truth is, what you eat in the morning can either fuel your body's natural defenses or slowly chip away at them. Let me tell you about Claire, a retired marketing executive in her early 70s. She'd been dealing with recurring discomfort and dryness for months. When we looked at her diet, her mornings were built around refined carbs and little else. We swapped in a hormone-friendly breakfast, Greek yogurt with fresh berries and a sprinkle of flaxseed, plus a few almonds on the side. Within weeks, she noticed more consistent energy, better digestion, and less dryness. Why does it work? Foods like yogurt and kefir are rich in probiotics, which help maintain healthy vaginal flora. Flaxseed, walnuts, and soy contain phytoestrogens, plant compounds that gently support hormonal balance, especially as estrogen levels naturally decline with age. And antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberries or raspberries protect cells from inflammation. It doesn't have to be complicated. One morning, you might have oatmeal topped with chia seeds and sliced peaches. Another day, a veggie omelet with spinach, mushrooms, and a side of avocado toast. The goal isn't a perfect breakfast. It's one that consistently feeds your body what it needs to keep your systems working in harmony. Think of it like tending to a garden. You wouldn't water it with soda or neglect it for days. You'd give it fresh water, nutrient-rich soil, and sunlight. Your body deserves that same intentional care, starting from the first bite of the day. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for the usual quick fix, pause and ask, will this breakfast help me feel balanced and vibrant? Give your body the kind of fuel it's asking for, and it will return the favor in ways you'll notice. Not just in your energy, but in your comfort and confidence. 7. Sit less, move more. If you've ever managed a team, you know momentum matters. Once people get moving, productivity follows. The human body works the same way, especially after breakfast. Too many of us, myself included, have made the mistake of sitting down right after eating, scrolling through emails, or diving into a book. It feels harmless, but over time, that stillness can slow circulation, weaken muscles, and limit blood flow to areas that need it most, including the pelvic region. I remember visiting my Aunt Margaret, a former small business owner in her late 60s. Every morning, she'd finish breakfast and then park herself in her favorite recliner for hours. She started complaining about stiffness, bloating, and occasional pelvic discomfort. Her doctor suggested something simple: move for just 10 to 15 minutes after breakfast. Margaret was skeptical. It sounded too easy, but she gave it a try. Within a few weeks, she noticed she had more energy throughout the day, her digestion improved, and she felt lighter, even in her mood. Movement doesn't mean a sweaty workout or a trip to the gym. It can be a gentle walk around the block, a few yoga stretches, or even light chores like watering plants or folding laundry while standing. These small actions encourage healthy blood flow, keep pelvic floor muscles active, and support digestion. Science backs it up. When you sit for long stretches, circulation slows, and muscles in your hips, legs, and pelvis become less engaged. For women over 60, this can contribute to discomfort, swelling, or even weakened pelvic support over time. But when you move, even lightly, you activate those muscles, send oxygen-rich blood to the pelvic area, and help keep everything functioning smoothly. Think of your body like a classic fountain. When the water flows, everything sparkles and stays fresh. Let it sit still, and things begin to stagnate. A little movement is all it takes to keep that flow going strong. So tomorrow morning, resist the urge to sink into the couch right after breakfast. Instead, give your body 10 minutes of gentle motion. You'll not only protect your pelvic health but also set a tone of energy and vitality for the rest of your day. In business and life, action beats stagnation. Your body knows that truth better than anyone. By now, you can see that caring for your vaginal health after 60 isn't about big, complicated changes. It's about small, consistent actions, ones that fit naturally into the rhythm of your morning. A quick inspection, a glass of water, a few seconds of pelvic floor activation, paying attention to how you feel, gentle and mindful cleansing, choosing the right breakfast, and moving your body. These aren't chores, they're gifts you give yourself every day. I've seen women who, after just a few weeks of making these habits part of their morning, walk with more confidence, smile more easily, and carry themselves with a kind of quiet strength. Because when you take care of yourself in ways that truly matter, it shows. Not just in your health, but in your energy, your relationships, and even in how you approach your work or passions. So tomorrow morning, as the sunlight spills into your kitchen and you're sipping that first cup of coffee, remember, you have the power to set the tone for your entire day and the quality of your years ahead. If you found these tips valuable, I'd love for you to join this community of smart, proactive women who are redefining what aging can look and feel like. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend who could use the encouragement, and let's keep building a future where we don't just add years to our life, we add life to our years.